Granted right of reply at the United Nations General Assembly today, India's First Secretary Petal Gahlot delivered a scathing rebuttal to Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's address, where he extended what he called his most sincere and serious offer for a comprehensive dialogue with India to resolve all outstanding issues, including Kashmir. Gahlot dismissed the overture as absurd theatrics, accusing Sharif of glorifying terrorism while preaching peace, and laid out India's unambiguous conditions for any genuine thaw in ties: the immediate shutdown of all terror camps across the border and the extradition of fugitives long sought by New Delhi. She didn't mince words on Pakistan's domestic rhetoric either, calling out its hate and bigotry and intolerance as a stark irony for a nation lecturing the world on faith, urging Islamabad to confront its own reflection before pointing fingers. Let's listen in.
The Pakistani Prime Minister has spoken about wanting peace with India. If he is, the pathway is clear.
It didn't. His destiny. When in May this year, my country confronted unprovoked aggression from our eastern front, the enemy came shrouded in arrogance. We sent them back in humiliation, delivering our bloody nose. Excellencies, India sought to extract political gains from a human tragedy by spurning my sincere offer of an independent international.
The Pakistani Prime Minister has spoken about wanting peace with India. If he is indeed sincere, the pathway is clear. Pakistan must immediately shut down all terrorist camps and hand over to us terrorists wanted in India. It is also ironic that a country which wallows in hate, bigotry, and intolerance should preach to this assembly on matters of faith. The political and public discourse of Pakistan reflects its true nature. Clearly, a look by them at the mirror is long.
Live on the broadcast with us, we have former diplomat Ambassador Yogesh Gupta. Sir, thank you for joining us. A very good morning to you. A lot of firebrand speeches coming in from Pakistan at the UNGA. We are seeing them picking up the Kashmir issue, the Indus Water Treaty. India, however, has maintained its simple but stern stand that if you want peace, you need to talk about dismantling all terror camps and also of extraditing all the fugitives. How do you think India should take up the stage at the UNGA, what its stance should be going forward?
We have to make it clear to Pakistan and to its supporters that, India has hardened its stand on terrorism, and we are not going to tolerate any more terrorism, whether it comes in the form of terror attacks, or it comes in the form of nuclear blackmail, or other coercions. And that is what our First Secretary, Petal, speaking at the General Assembly, made it clear that first of all, it was not that India had indulged in an unprovoked attack. Pakistan was involved in killing of those civilian tourists, those innocent people, and it's only after that we had to, take those steps. And secondly, about their claim of victory, she made it clear that the destroyed runways and terror camps in Pakistan are a clear sign of India's success in attacking those terror infrastructure in Pakistan. And and also we do not support Pakistan's claims of the US president having intervened to arrange the ceasefire. The fact is that Pakistan itself had asked us for a ceasefire. Its DGMO had contacted our DGMO. So all these things, which Pakistan had tried to sort of obfuscate or try to hide. Our representative made it very clear that the situation was completely different from what they are claiming now. And if Pakistan is indeed interested in peace with us, interested in dialogue with India, and wants to resolve these things, then they should close down those terror camps and hand over those terrorists, and that is the way forward, instead of misleading the global community and throwing off this propaganda. So I think this intervention had become absolutely necessary because of what Pakistan has been trying to do, in the recent weeks.
Definitely. So we saw Pakistan also cozying up with the US yesterday. He met US President Donald Trump. However, we are also seeing that he's raising the issue of Kashmir. On the other side, we have protesters from Baloch, the Baloch protesters who are also protesting outside the UNGA headquarters. They are also demanding freedom. So how do you see this dichotomy that is Pakistan that is facing right now?
Yes, during the Shimla agreement, it was clearly agreed by both India and Pakistan that we would resolve our problems bilaterally. So there is no question of any third party, including the US, having a role in this or playing a role in this. So that is something which we have made clear to both the US as well as to Pakistan and others, time and again. And that is something on which, there has been agreement in the past, and we cannot deviate from that agreement. So, this bilateral resolution of problems is something that is a part of our agreed policy. Secondly, I think United States US president is trying to unnecessarily create a role for himself, because the peace process was worked out directly between India and Pakistan. And while he may have, he and his Secretary of State, they have talked to Pakistan in different ways, but that was not really crucial in arranging in the final peace process, or in the final peace agreement, ceasefire agreement between the two countries. So I think it's not fair on the part of the US now to seek a role or claim a role in the ceasefire process. They may have helped here and there, or they may have urged on Pakistan to cool down. That's a different matter. That's between them and Pakistan. But the ceasefire was arranged between India and Pakistan directly.